These two players coming into their head-to-head matchup today. Let's just take a gander. After all, we put Ben to work, about their performance in their most recent tournaments. And the trend is not the friend of Ding Liren.
No, but pretty good for Gukesh.
And when we talk about the most recent tournaments, what events are we discussing in particular, Nasi?
There was World Championship is for Ding, that's 7th.
Clear.
Then Superbet Romania, First China Chess, Tata Steel, Grenke Classic, Norway Chess, and FIDE World's Team Championship.
Right, exactly. Well, we certainly are looking forward to both of these players being in their top form. Both, of course, coming to St. Louis, not for the Rapid and Blitz, so they've got their jet lag issues.
They must
and
it's a long trek for both of them, assuming they came from home. And one thing about that graphic, and we might be showing you more of that graphic later in these broadcasts, is it's their respective 7 last tournaments, so they are not the same tournaments.
Right.
It's the 7 last tournaments for one and the 7 last tournaments of the other, and they don't actually correspond at any point in the graph. They played the same tournaments, but they will be numbered differently.
Right.
But the graph does show that for Ding, it is consistently below 2,700 performances, as you could see there. Mm-hmm. The dividing line there is 2,700, and I think for the past 5, his TPR was below that,
right,
which by his standards is frankly poor. He is a fantastic player, and it should normally be performing at a much higher standard than he has done.
He took a lot of time off, Peter, and let's say his most recent events have actually been played in China. He's been doing training,
yes,
and what have you.
And we have no idea. Like, we have some very, very slight information about that event, but
exactly,
no real clue as to what happened there. And yeah, when you discuss Ding's results and Ding's career between, let's say, 2019 and 2024, I think it's not anybody's favorite topic by this point, but we do have to mention COVID.
Yes.
Because as for someone who actually resides in China, it has not been easy for anyone.
No.
But for people who had to stay in China for that period, his options were severely limited.
Exactly.
He almost did not travel for the entire 3 years between 2020 and 2023. He played some tournaments. The most important tournaments, he still found a way to get to, like the candidates in 2020, which lasted 400 days, and then the next candidates which he used to qualify for the World Championship match, even though he came in second. But mainly he played online, and he stayed, I think, at home. And for an active chess player, this is not great.
Yeah, exactly.
So whatever discussion we will be having about his slump, and there is a slump. Let's call things what they are.
Yeah.
It absolutely has to be factored in that even compared to his colleagues, his COVID experiences were probably a lot harsher than anybody else's. Yeah.